welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. I'm going to show you how to make beaded loop earrings in this tutorial today. So you can see I have one completed here, and I am going to show you how to make the match to it. So let me scooch this one out of the way, and we will be using 2 loops, as you can see on this one. So I'm going to move it. And what we're gonna do on this, and you could have a single loop, you could do 2 like I'm gonna show you in this tutorial, or you could have multiple if you want. You could also have them the same length, or you can stagger them. For my students that are doing this project, they need to have a minimum of 2 loops. So what I'm doing to start is I have 2 pieces of fishing line, and I have cut them. One is about 4 inches and the other one is about 5 inches. It's a little bit longer than what I need, but I need to allow extra to crimp each side. So to begin, I'm gonna take 2 of my ends together, 2 ends of the fishing line, and I'm going to put a crimp bead over both pieces of the fishing line. And then I'm going to take the ends of the fishing line and go back through that crimp bead. And make sure you check out how to use crimp beads, that basic tutorial video, if you are unsure how to use crimp beads. And I want to pull that crimp bead up so that my loop is really small, and then I'm going to crimp it. Okay, and then I will trim off the extra here. Okay, so now I have my 2 pieces of fishing line connected together, and they're ready for the beads. So I'm going to clip them down to a board. My students use these little scrap pieces of cardboard with a black clip like this. You can use a clipboard if you prefer. Either works. So I want to make sure my pieces are not twisted here. Okay, so what you guys are gonna do is begin by putting beads on one or the other. It doesn't matter which one you start with. And you want to determine a few things. Do you want to keep any of your fishing line exposed? You need to make that decision. Or do you want to fill it completely with beads? Or, you know, how many, obviously from the beginning you choose how many strands you want. Do you want your strands to look the same? Are you going to do some kind of a pattern? So lots of decisions to make. Because I've already done the other earring, I'm going to follow what I have already previously done. So I'm going to begin stringing on the beads on each strand, and I'm going to put a few on, and then I'm going to skip ahead because you're not going to want to sit there and watch me put all of these beads on, because that would be insane. And it takes forever, especially with the tiny ones. So I would do this, put my beads on this strand and this strand, and then when I return, I'll have all the beads on here, and I will show you how to finish this end and hook them together. Okay, so now I have all of my beads on my 2 strands, and now comes probably the hardest part, which is crimping these 2 ends together, but making sure that they match the length of this one. So what I'm going to do is start by putting the crimp bead over these 2 pieces. Like that. I'm not crimping it yet. And I want to, I've still got it clipped down because it kind of helps hold it in place. I want to make sure, again, that I get these to the same length. So I need to pull my longer one up a bit. And that looks pretty close there. So okay, so if I hold those two together, I'm trimming off the one so that my ends are even, and I'm going to tuck them back through the crimp bead. So again, to make another loop. Now, before I crimp these, I'm going to again check and make sure I've got them in the right position so that I know if I need to pull them tighter or loosen them up. So right now, that's where that would put that. It's pretty close. I think I need to pull it just a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to get my pliers. This just takes a lot of, I don't want to say finesse, I guess, to make sure that you get it in the right spot. You might have to pull a piece of the fishing line out and then realize you pulled it too far and then correct it. It just takes a little bit of trial and error to get it in the right spot. So I'm trimming off the extra again. Now when I pull that up and position my beads where they will actually hang, you'll see that they are the same size. So I'm going to unclip this one. Let me move this one off. So I'm going to unclip it. And then from here, I am going to take my jump ring. I'm going to open it up with my pliers. Always open your jump ring by twisting the two pieces away from each other. Do not pull it apart. And I'm going to hook these on. And you want to make sure you don't get your sections twisted. So when you're putting them on, make sure that you're, turning it so that your loops hang the way you want them to. And of course, I just dropped one off. Let's get this one back on. Okay, trying to make sure I'm not twisted here like I just said. I'm gonna hook it on and then check. Yep, that looks good. And so from here, I'm gonna hook on my ear wire before I close up my jump ring. And now I can close my jump ring. And I have two matching beaded loop earrings. Let me show you how they look. So just like that. Okay, super cute. Like I said, if you wanted to do multiple loops, you could do more than the two. You can make the loops the same length. So I've seen them where there are 4 or 5 strands that are the same length and they're piled up or they've twisted them. Lots of options. I've used seed beads for this. You could also use rocaille beads. You could hang a tassel or a charm from it. I've seen people hang something from that jump ring as well, so it hangs in the middle. So again, lots of options. And then I have these 5 faceted rose gold beads kind of as a little bit of a feature there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you stay connected with Urban Rhino on social media. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and of course, subscribe to our channel.